So I went in the middle of the street where they cut off the aktie, where they took us to a field. And I start yelling, Mama, Mama, Mama. And a German says, I'm going to beat the hell out of you. Get off that street. And I said, look, I have the Jordanschein. And I thought I'm something special, you know. And I lost my mother. And he says, get off. And he started beating me. And all of a sudden I had maybe a quarter of a block away my mother yelling, Mariashke, Mariashke. So I ran back to her. And I had the Jordanschein. And when we came on the field, we find out that you can save with one piece of paper. Now I had Itala's, Mama's, mine, and my father was out to work in town in the Jordan Brigade in the beginning. So I went looking for my grandfather. He was gone already. Both grandfathers. My aunt.
What do you mean he was gone already?
They separated them. Right, left, right, left.
In this field?
On that field. And I want to tell you another thing is, we had a 7th fort and a 9th fort behind Kovno, behind the ghetto. And they had, I call them now that I'm older and find out about the portable crematoriums, I call them, they dug, the Russian prisoner of war dug big graves. And they shot the people into it, 2 or 3 at a time, into the grave. And to kill 1,000, 2,000 people, by the time they sorted it out, took a long time. And then they put caulk over them before they burned them. So I couldn't find any of my grandfathers, any of my aunts, any of my uncles, because a lot of them lived on the other side of the ghetto. But somebody told me that Belke went with grandfather, because we didn't know at that time where we were going. It was the first aktie, because he was sick. And my grandmother went with a cousin, and my other grandmother were taken away. And so I went to one of my father's sisters, and I said, Honey, go find Grandpa and Grandma. Here is a Jordanschein. She said, I have to think of my son first. And my mother saw that we couldn't do nothing with it, so she took the Jordanschein and she gave it to one family and another with children. And they were saved because of the Jordanscheins. And then when we came back at night at
Where
the
did
house,
you? Oh, you were allowed to leave that place.
Oh yes, I had a Jordanschein. So after
Can
we
you
left,
tell me a little bit more about how the people behaved there? Did they know they were about to be killed?
No, that was the first aktie. They did not know. Not till somebody said, you know, they're taking them to the 9th fort to be killed. After everything was over, didn't we know where they were going, because Belke went with my grandfather. And her husband was in a brigade at work out of the ghetto. And then at night we would hear those machine guns going tick, 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 the first time. And we didn't know in the beginning even what that sound means till we found out what happened.